In this video, we'll focus on how to take your Sora generated videos to the next level. While Sora's AI can create amazing videos with just a few prompts, refining and optimizing those results is key to producing professional, polished content. Let's dive in. As we previously discussed, AI-generated videos are powerful, but they're only as good as the input or the refinement process. If you ever read a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear, you know the power of becoming better 1%. If you become better 1% every day for a year, you'll be 37 times better by the end of the year. But if you become 1% worse, you'll almost be equal to zero. So a similar story is here when each video becomes better by 1%. And if you do it 10 times, it's going to be more than 10 times better because of the exponential growth. So let me walk you through the most effective process when it comes to reviewing your videos. First of all, the videos in the Sora loop, so you don't have to press and play every single time. And ask yourself, does it match the vision that you had in your mind? Are the visuals relevant and consistent? Is it smooth? What about the transitions? Is it natural? If there are different scenes, take a look at the mismatches between the scenes, in the tone and the style, and if you feel like any of the scenes are out of place. And whether you do it with your own videos or with the videos of other people, you have two different options. You can either edit the story or you can remix, which is sort of similar, but it's like on different levels. Think of editing the story as editing the root. It's like solving the root of the problem. And remixing is kind of like influencing the aftermath of the root of the problem. So editing the story is like editing the base, and remixing is like changing the top part. Because if we edit the story, and it logged me out. Okay, here's our robot. We're back. So if you edit the story, you can edit every single scene. You can describe every scene. But if we remix, we tell it exactly what to change. It keeps the base the same and it just changes the top parts. And there's not much difference between editing a movie or editing a YouTube video or editing this thing here. Just you think about the psychological effects that people will perceive. So for instance, if the eyes of the robot are blue, it shows that the robot is cold because the whole scene is kind of bluish, it's kind of cold. It's a bit warmer here, but then it kind of shows the coldness of the robot. So I would actually say that it's a subtle remix and change the color of the eyes of the robot to orange. Okay, let's remix. Instead of changing the color of the eyes, the glow from the rose is seen more on the face of the robot. Why is that? Or is it exactly the same? Okay, potentially because we used the subtle remix, it didn't change it. So maybe we need to use mild. Let's try mild. Okay, so the colors are still blue. However, I think there's definitely some sort of difference with the background of the second shot, no? Yeah, it looks kind of different. You have to play around with this definitely more to achieve better results. The background looks slightly different, and the robot looks slightly different too. Potentially when we remix, we have to use the strong option and kind of play around with this a little bit more. Potentially we need to go into editing the story and editing the story because I didn't read the story, to be honest. Yeah, it says it's blue eyes here. Potentially that's kind of working against what we're trying to achieve here. So let's try, instead of remixing, to do it here. Orange eyes. Okay, let's try it. So instead of the blue eyes, we now have the orange eyes, and we're creating it from scratch. Let's try. Ooh. Interesting. This one looks creepy. Anyway, but now you see that we have the orange eyes, right? This looks like one of the bad guys from the Transformers. Anyway, so we just saw a real life example. The best way to go around this is start with small adjustments, tweak one element at a time to see the different results, keep it consistent. Actually, I really want to try to get his eyes to be orange. So we'll try the strong remix. Change the color of the eyes of the robot to orange. Make it, maybe we should delete the make it warmer to orange. Okay, let's remix this one. By the way, if this was a movie, you would not be able to tell the difference. If it's AI generated or CGI generated. CGI, computer generated. It's already generated. How can CGI be generated? In any way. We've generated additional videos for you to choose from to improve Sora and ensure you're getting the best results. The additional videos generated did not use any credits. Okay. So it changed the robot as well. The scenes are sort of similar to the previous ones. Okay, let's look at the left one first. It has the orange eyes in the very beginning, then becomes blue. Is there anything orange? No. Okay, let's look at the right one. Some sort of disco in the eyes. Then it's blue. Jumps. And anyway, you can see that you need to go back and forth. The system is not perfect. The more you play with this, the more you find out. And you saw an interesting thing. They just gave me an extra video for me to choose from. Which do we prefer? By the way, as you can see, this one is definitely a lady on the right. This one is a male robot. Pick one video to keep. Which do we like more? She looks a bit scary, so we'll go with this one, even though there's less orange. Keep selected. Okay. But to be honest, both of them aren't exactly what we asked it to do. Let's do a quick recap. When reviewing, analyze the visuals, the pacing, the text on the screen. If you have any text on screen, just make sure to go through every single piece. Use the tools at the bottom to alter your videos. Go back and forth. Try, experiment. If you have any questions, let me know. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video.